Hi, welcome back to Hollie Hobbies. Let's craft a fall scarecrow wreath that is a fun and festive way to welcome the autumn season. This charming decoration adds a touch of whimsy to your home while showcasing the vibrant colors of fall. With a few simple materials and a little creativity, you can craft a unique wreath that embodies the spirit of harvest time. So gather those crafting supplies and let's get started. Hi, welcome back to Hollie Hobbies. Today we're going to do a fun scarecrow wreath for the fall season, and this is one of these scarecrows I have had since last year and I couldn't get to it, and just thought he's so cute. And I got this from Dollar General. It was on a dowel. You can find these at Hobby Lobby. Sometimes Dollar Tree has them, and you just take the dowel out and then you have a wreath attachment. And I'm also going to be using one of the forms here from Hobby Lobby, and these are on sale right now, 40% off at Hobby Lobby, as well as the 10-inch fall mat. And we'll also be using some different ribbons and accents to finish off this wreath as well. So we're going to start by just pulling all of these pipe cleaners to the center here. And these are nice because they're all preloaded, ready to go. And they make nice big wreaths. So I thought this would be good for that big wreath attachment to use one of these. And then we'll get all of these other ones towards the outside. I love this plaid fall mesh. It's so soft and really fun to work with. So what we're going to start doing is we're going to bunch our mesh, come in a couple inches. We're going to pinch and grab till we get to the other side. And then we're going to start on the outside ring, and we're going to place our mesh in those pipe cleaners. And you're just going to give it a good twist. Now I have my measuring mat here from Amazon, and I do have this linked in my store. Let me get into the frame a little bit better here. And I use this to measure, but if you don't have a mat, you can always just get a ruler and measure it too. And this design, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exact. So we're going to measure 10 inches, and we're going to do 10-inch poofs around the outside of our ring. And you just measure and you go ahead and you stick it in, and then you can go ahead and fluff out your poof, or we could do that at the end. We can fluff them all out at once. So I'm measuring 10 inches and I'm moving to the next pipe cleaner. I'm going to do the same thing all the way around this wreath form here. And we're coming up into the original one that we started, and we're going to do our 10-inch poofs. And what I'm going to do is just undo those pipe cleaners. That's not going to pop out because it already has the memory from when you started it. We just don't want this to get too thick, and we want everything to lay close to the frame. So we've made it all the way around one time, and now what you can do is go around your wreath and go to each of these poofs and open them up, fluff them open. And we've made it around with our 10-inch poofs around the outside of our wreath frame. And we're back in our starting point. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stretch our mesh You're just going to stretch it across this wreath bar like that, and you're going to go to either the closest pipe cleaners, which is right here. So I'm stretching that across, and then I'm not going to do a poof yet. I'm just going to set it into that pipe cleaner on the inside ring. See how I have that just stretched across? So now we're just going to estimate our 8-inch poofs, and I'm just looking at my 18 and I'm going to my 10 there. And like I said this before, this doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exact. We want to get as close to the 8-inch poofs as we can. And now we're just going to continue on the inner part of our frame now. And this mat really comes in handy for stuff like this. Otherwise, you just grab that ruler and you can use that as a guide, or tape a ruler on your desk. Use that as a guide as well. Whatever you need to do to measure. And now we're going around that inner ring and our 8-inch poofs. Now I'm getting back to where we started because I could see the one that stretched over. So we're going to untwist that pipe cleaner and then stick it back in that same spot. And just like we did on the outside, now we're going to go and fluff out all of our inner ring poofs here. This mesh is just so fun to work with. It's really soft and it's really pretty. I love the fall plaid. Of course, it's always fun to work with the black and white, but it's fun to do the different fall colors. The seasonal mesh when it comes out. All right, so now we've made it around that inner ring. And we want to go ahead and do double up because it's just a little bit thin. And so we're back to where we started, where it's stretched. Now we're just going to undo those pipe cleaners and stretch our mesh back into those pipe cleaners. We're bringing it back. We're just going back and forth with that mesh, and that way we have a nice even design. Okay, so now we're going to go back on the outside ring, and now we're doing our 10-inch poofs. We're going to double up. So when we come back to the pipe cleaners, each one just undo them and then stick your mesh in and then re-twist. So I'm going to go do another double up, another round around the outside. And we're back to where it stretches back and forth. We undo those pipe cleaners, we put it back in, and now we're going to stretch it back across to the inner ring. And do another round on that inner ring. We're stretching it straight across this wreath frame. And we're going to continue with the 8-inch poofs now. do you always know you made it? When you get back to that point where it's stretched back and forth. You made it around this full circle. So we've doubled up both the outside and the inside, and look at how it really just showcases those beautiful plaid colors once it's doubled up like that. And then we're going to go ahead and cut it off a couple inches. And that cut in that we just did, we'll just zip tie it to the frame, to the inner frame. So we had one piece left on the roll, and what I want to do is make 7 of these cruffles. So I am going to go into another roll here, and since it's the end of the roll, this is really curly. We're just going to curl them each side. And then pinch and grab in the middle till you get to the other side. And then you've made a cruffle. There's a flat side. And we're going to place these vertically onto this inner ring here. Okay? So it's going to stretch across our wreath. And it'll fill in these little sections right here. So I'm going to make 7 more, and we're going to cut them into 23 inches, and we're going to fill in those last 7 with cruffles. So I'm going to take my new roll of mesh here, and I'm going to cut 7 more pieces at 23 inches. And now we're going to make the cruffles and add them to our wreath. And we're going to take one side, and you want nice big loose curls. So we're going to just make sure they're at least doubled up on themselves. Use a chip clip, flip it around, do some more nice big curls, and then we're going to pinch and grab to the other side till we make our cruffle. And it has a flat side, and we will place this in our wreath flat side down. So we're coming to our next spot here, and we're placing it on the inner ring. This was our other one, on the inner ring, and we're going vertically with our cruffles. And that's just giving our wreath some extra pizzazz here. And let's just do another one together. So we're going to do nice big curls till they're doubled up on each other. Flip it around. Nice big curls. Pinching and grabbing to the other side. Flat side goes down, and we're placing it vertically on that next inner pipe cleaner. So I'm going to go around and finish up the cruffles here. We've added those cruffles around those inner pipe cleaners, and it just gave a lot of fun and whimsy to our design, and it just fills in all the gaps and spaces, and it just is super cute and fun with those curls going through your design. Now what we're going to do on the outside edge with all the pipe cleaners, it's up to you. You can either pull these back towards the middle of the design and twist and cut them off. You can do a few twists, cut them off, and push them down like that. But I like these because I think they're going to be really cute to our design, just to add some texture. So I'm just going to finish these off by doing a little spiral twist around a pen, a pencil. This is a paintbrush, and I'm just going to do a little like that. Twist just the outside edges because the other ones we might still be working with. So I have those all curled on the outside. And now what we're going to do is add our sign, our scarecrow, and some fun finishing touches. So I'm going to take this 2.5-inch ribbon from Hobby Lobby. It's one of my absolute favorite fall ribbons. They have it every year, and I just love the color combination. And we're going to go ahead and dovetail these and add some of these to our design. And I haven't added the sign yet. We're going to do that in just a minute. So we're just going to go around. We're going to pinch and grab in the middle and pull them together like that. Okay, and then we're going to add them in these little ties here. You could just undo the tie, place it right in the middle, and twist. And these are just some little accents to add some fun to our design here. And we're just going to go around and add these little ribbons here, folded in half. Try to get them nice and even. And I've added those 12-inch ribbons, pleated down the middle, folded in half, all dovetailed around the inner pipe cleaners. And now we're going to get ready to attach our sign. And now we're going to go ahead and prep our sign here, our scarecrow wreath sign. And I have a floral wire here. And I'm simply going to poke it through the felt. Careful not to poke it through the other side. Come over about 1.5 inches and come out the other side. And then I'm just going to do a couple twists. And I'm going to use this to attach to our wreath. And now we're going to attach our scarecrow using that floral wire. And I want to just, first of all, I want to get it off to the right, and I want to get all these curls floating around him. And then I'm just going to take my floral wire and come around the wire frame and secure him. And if you want to do another one at the bottom, that's up to you. You can do that as well. I think this is going to hold it just fine. Gotta bend that in half and back down. And we're going to flip them over. And I want to get all those cruffles so they're coming out around him. If there's any tucked in there, just pull those out. All right, look how cute that's looking. So I have them angled just off to the right, just a tad, not quite centered. And now we're going to finish him up. And then also with the inner pipe cleaners that we did not finish off, you can go ahead and finish those off. You can, I'm going to twist those and just finish these off as well. Twist them like we did the outside, or you can clip them off if you want, however you want to finish them. So I found a couple embellishments that I wanted to add. Was these sunflowers. They came on this little bunch at Hobby Lobby and I clipped them off. I want to add a few, one there, one over here, just kind of right in the center of those ribbon bundles, one up here by the hat, and we'll hot glue all those. And then I had this little floral pick, a fall floral pick right here. And I just simply set it right there, and in the pipe cleaners, and I just twisted those around. And then we're going to make a finishing bow that we're going to add right here. And I just think this gives it some fun flair there to our design. So let's go ahead and glue all of our sunflowers down. And now I'm going to make a stacked ribbon bow. They're really easy to make. I do have the tutorial for this as well, and I will leave this in the description section of this tutorial if you want to make a stacked ribbon bow like I'm making. Really easy. I made a stacked ribbon bow with the tails a little bit longer than the ones up here. And this is just a really fun bow to make. You can showcase a lot of different ribbons. And like I said before, I will leave the link to this tutorial in the description section if you want to make your own stacked ribbon bow. And then we're just going to place this bow right here on this side of the wreath to give it that extra finishing touch. And I have my floral wires that I put on my bow so I can just find my way through all these layers of mesh here and poke that through, and then we will secure it. Once we get it where we want, we're going to secure it to the wreath frame. So we're going to make these cute little ribbon bundles out of this gorgeous fall ribbon from Hobby Lobby. They have this in the 40% off section, and it's really a nice quality ribbon, and the colors are just perfect. So we're going to cut these into 14 inches, and we're going to do about 4 to 5 of them. And we're going to add them as little fillers in our wreath. And I'm going to get these all dovetailed, and we're going to add them along with some raffia. So we have our ribbon cut up, and you could do this by hand or with a bow maker. I'm going to use my bow dabber right now. It's an extra set of hands for me. And what we're going to do is bend all our ribbon in half, and we're going to make little bundles from these 3 1.5 inch strips. We're going to pinch and pleat in the center, place it crisscross, one of them diagonal, and the next color diagonal, and then the last one color is going to go straight across. So we have a crisscross and a straight across. Then we're going to grab a little bit of our raffia and add it into the bow, just a little couple pinches here. And we're just going to take a pipe cleaner. We're going to pull our little bundle off our bow maker and go ahead and flip your bundle over with your pipe cleaner. Give it a good couple twists, and you make these little bundles here, and you put them back in position from how you did it. There we go. And then we're going to add these to the design, and they're going to sink in, and then you can always do your fingers, do your little curl on this ribbon, and it makes it look so pretty. And we're going to go ahead and add these little bundles as fillers in our wreath. So now we have these super cute little ribbon bundles here, and you can just take your fingers and slide them down the ribbon to give it a slight little curl. And we're going to add these to our wreath. So I've added a bundle right here, and we're just going to fill in some of the little areas that need just a little filler. So we're just going to poke our way through that mesh, and I'm going to secure this down to the wreath frame, pull it nice and tight. That's why we made them 14 inches. So they're going to spill over our design here. And you're just going to get everything straightened, and that just gives it a little filler in those spots and some extra flair there. And look how fun this has been, crafting this cute scarecrow wreath. I think it turned out really cute. And I'm trying to get this through. And I'm pulling that another filler through. And I'm filling with my hands to get it around a wire bar. And then you'll just wrap it. And you can space them out however you want. And we're just twisting that zip tie in the back, and then I'll clip those off towards the end. So we have a couple there, we have one up here, and let's do another couple. We'll do one over here. Let's see here, maybe we'll just add this last one up here. Maybe up here. And making sure I'm going around that bar. And there you go. We finished our scarecrow wreath, and you're just going to separate your ribbon the way that you think it looks cute. And with that raffia popping out the middle, it sure gives it a fun touch. And I'm going to make one more bundle and add in this section, and that is going to complete our design. And I've made the last bundle that I'm going to place into this section, and this will complete our design. And then you're just going to finish off all these zip ties here. clip them off with the wire clippers, and then we'll fold them towards our design. And then I just fold those in half and then half again, and that will secure those. And then on the back of this, I usually finish my wreaths off with a nice piece of foam core that I trace the back of the wreath and use an X-Acto knife. Then I do some hole punches and zip tie it to the frame. That's how I do my backs. If you want to finish it off, that's when I sell wreaths, I like to have a nice finish back there. And that completes our last bundle here. Making sure we're giving it that curl. And what a fun design this was today, with all those gorgeous ribbons and just the fall florals. I think it's turned out really cute. I've been wanting to do this design for a long time. Like I said before, it was on my design list last year and I couldn't get to it. So I'm so happy I got to him today, and he's just turned out adorable. And I hope you had fun crafting this really fun scarecrow wreath with me today, and that you'll come back to my channel and craft with me some more. In the description box down below, you will find the link to my Amazon store, where I list all my favorite crafting supplies that I use in my tutorials. And subscribe to my channel, ring that bell, and you will receive notifications when I have new tutorials that I release. And please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this tutorial. It really helps me and my channel. YouTube will push my content out to more people. Thanks for watching Hollie Hobbies, from my heart to yours. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow me for more wreath and crafting ideas. Thanks for watching Hollie Hobbies, from my heart to yours.